Hello everyone, I am Akanksha Kulkarni and I welcome you all for our next session, that is unit number 1 underscore session number 3. Okay, in this session we are again going to cover on the rest free principles of human computer interaction. Okay, so these are what our session objectives, these are what our session outcomes. In our last session, that means in unit number 1 underscore session number 2, we have covered some few principles of human computer interaction. Yes or not? There are total 7 principles of HCI. Now principles are nothing but the rules or some standard techniques to employ. Okay, so all those means I'm not going to say that if you are all that all the HCI designers, all HCI developers have to use this, but if anybody wish, or if any designer or if any HCI developer is going to employ all this principle while developing one particular system, then obviously it will surely benefit you. Whatever the product that you are going to deliver to your clients, whatever the product that you are delivering to your customers, the productivity and the popularity of your product will always at its peak if you are going to use all these principles for developing any particular system. Yes, so in our last video, that means in our last session, unit number 1 session 2, we have covered first 3 principles of HCI, starting from the first principle, that is know the user principle. In the know the user principle, what we have covered, you have to understand the basic requirements of your user. That means from which area your users are belonging from, in which age groups, from which age groups are they, or what kind of mental state that they have while using one particular system, or any other information related to the user will be accumulated in this kind in the first principle. Means, as I stated earlier, if you are developing a particular system, then user will be at its core. Yes or not? You are developing particular system for your user only. Yes, so you have to think about your user first. Okay, from which community your user belongs, what are the user's day-to-day activities, how he handles the applications, how he communicates with the applications, how is the interaction with the devices, or what is the age group, what is the educational background of your user. That is very important to elicit the requirements from your user. Correct? In this case, in case of know your user, we have taken the example of universal usability. Yes or not? In that again we have taken the examples of 2, like the first was the Wikipedia example, wherein you can means you can translate the page or one standard page of Wikipedia in any language. It is a multilingual feature that Wikipedia provides to you. Yes or not? So if one particular page is there written in English language, you can easily translate that page to some another language, like say Hindi, Marathi, Malayalam, Kannada, etc. There are n numbers of languages that Wikipedia supports. So depending upon the user's community, yes or not, depending upon the area, depending upon the languages to which user is comfortable, like Wikipedia allows you to translate that particular page. This is what is the good example. Then we also have seen the examples of shortcut keys, like to have to perform copy operations, Control C is there. Shortcut keys are also there, otherwise menu driven options are also there. You can go to file and there will be some commands to copy and paste, so you can do like that way also, right? Then we have discussed on second principle of HCI, that is understand the task. In this again, what is the task that you want to accomplish, you have to understand that task thoroughly before getting involved in the tasks. So in this case we have taken the examples of Wi-Fi connection. So the task was to set up the Wi-Fi connection, right? And if there are 2 types of users, there are again 2 types of users. First is what? The expert user, having all technical knowledge, yes or not, and the other one will be novice user. Novice user means the end user, or the people who are not who are not related to technical backgrounds. All those people are nothing but the novice users or the end users. Correct? So if you want to set up the Wi-Fi connection, and if you know the techniques or all those tools and technologies behind, or all the technical details, if you are aware with all the technical details like bandwidth, capacity, then some security protocols, then you may get into some detailed steps for setting up the Wi-Fi connection. Yes, we have discussed on that diagram, like, and open your browser, then set up the access point, then set your check for the bandwidth, what is the bandwidth that you are looking for, and then go for entering the password, like that way. But if the user is the novice user, then all these technical details is not actually required, because user is from the regular area. Yes, user is not aware with the technologies. So what user will do? User will just open the browser, and he or she will enters the password, and there you go. Yes or not? Then thirdly, we have seen the third principle, that is the reducing users memory load. This is again very important principle, as being an HCI developer or being an HCI designer, you should keep your clients, or you should keep your users memory load as minimum as possible. Why so? We don't want our users to remember the things, okay, but instead what we are going to do, we are presenting the things in that way to our user, so that it will be easy them to carry out the tasks. Like in this, we have taken the example of WhatsApp's frequently contacted chats. Yes or not? So if you want to forward one particular message to some another your friend, or to some another people in your contacts, then you don't need to search for the frequent contacted, because WhatsApp knows to whom you are contacting frequently, to whom you are chatting frequently. So that list of that contacts will be appeared right on your screen under the heading frequently contacted. Yes, then we also have seen the example of adding shortcut of some apps or some chats on your home screen or on your desktop. Then we also have seen the example of contacts, your phone book. Yes or not? If you want to know that how many contacts are there in your phone starting from letter A or starting from letter C, then you don't need to remember that. As soon as you will type C in your from your keyboard, the contacts starting from C will get displayed. Similarly, if you want to know that how many contacts are there starting with number 8, so again you don't need to remember that. Yes or not? As soon as you will start typing 8 on that terminal, again the contacts starting from 8 will be appeared on your screen. Yes or not? This is what related to reducing the memory load. Okay, so in this session now we are going to discuss on the rest few principles of HCI, out of which the first principle is the strive for consistency. The next on which we are going to discuss is remind users and refresh their memories. Next is that we have prevent errors or reversal of actions. Next one is the naturalness. Last principle is the naturalness property. So moving on now, let us first discuss on the fourth principle of HCI, that is strive for consistency. Now again I want to concentrate you on the term consistency. What does the term consistency mean? Consistency means continuity in something. Yes or not? So now whenever we are considering the term consistency, you can take the term consistency by using two ways. That means there can be positive reflection of this term as well as negative reflection also. Means if I am saying that one of my student is very consistent in the performance, then my meaning is that I can also state that the student is very consistent in performance. That means student is getting the good marks consistently. Or in the case I can also say that the student is getting consistently minimum marks or the less marks. This is the word consistency, the continuity of something. It can be good, it can be bad. Okay, so in case of HCI now we are going to discuss on the term consistency now, how consistency refers in case of HCI. Okay, basically see one statement which I have written here. One way to unburden the memory load is to keep the consistency. The earlier principle of HCI was the reducing the memory load, yes or not? What I have written here, unburden memory load. We don't want our user to remember something, yes or not? We don't want to put a more burden on user's brain to remember the things, right? That means what? We want to unburden the user's memory load. Okay, but how can we do that? How can we keep memory load as minimum as possible? By giving the consistent performance, or by giving the consistent user interface to your user. Okay, so consistent performance means consistently good performance. That is what the consistency, okay, related to HCI. Okay, yes, again, if there is no any consistency in your application or in your system, then I can say that user is likely to get confused and may exhibit the erroneous responses, yes or not? For example, if while using your system, means as being a developer, I had designed some system, and while using that particular system, if my user is getting stuck while using it, then what is the point of that application? If your user is confused while using your system, means user is not going to understand what is happening, what comes next, how to go further, or how should I get out from, or how should I terminate one particular application. If user is not comfortable with all this, then obviously there will be a chances to provide to have the erroneous responses. This is what is the impact of negative consistency. Means if your application is giving the negative consistent performance, that means what? Consistently bad performance. Okay, so whenever we are talking about this consistency, there are two examples of this consistency, out of which the first is consistency within an application. Okay, you have to work on this now, consistency within an application. So let's take out the example now, you will get it clear now. Okay, I'm going to put some screenshots here, and I'm very sure that looking at those screenshots you will like it, so you will surely enjoy it. Is it? What is this? These are the screenshots from the very popular Android game Subway Surfers, yes or not? Many of you have played this game, even if I can say that I have also played this game when I was in my engineering days, yes or not? Basically, I have put these screenshots just to discuss on this consistency platform. Okay, here I want to concentrate on the term consistency within an application. Okay, so here I have given two screenshots of Subway Surfer game. Some setting panel is looking here. Okay, and here also a setting panel has displayed, where you can change the clothes of that rider. Here also then you can change many other things, you can change the color of many other things, yes or not? So this is what is the setting panel. Okay, since you can see here the size and shapes of the buttons, or size and shape of this UI is very consistent, yes or not? I can't feel that two UIs are different. I can't feel that, yes or not? Why? Because the UI itself is very consistent UI. Correct or not? Okay, I'm giving two more examples now of this from the same game. Okay, this is one more example. Okay, wherein the display is showing you the score that you have earned while riding it. Okay, then here it is showing you some daily challenges or missions to complete, yes or not? Now if you can see in all these screenshots, you can see that the UI is very consistent. Consistent what? There is no any drastic differences between the UIs, yes or not? See, the background color is same in all the UIs. Okay, even the buttons or tabs color is also somewhat similar. Okay, size and shapes of the buttons is also somewhat similar to each other, yes or not? So this is what is the consistency. Okay, means for example, what would have happened? For example, if the screen is having background color is gray color, and for example for some another for setting some another things, and color if the color is going to change, then again look and feel will completely change. Similarly for this window, for scoreboard or for daily missions or challenges, if suddenly fonts get changed, see, you can see the font size also or font type also, it is also same or consistent. This is very important factor. Whenever you are going to develop something, you have to think about this consistency within your application. You should not put so many efforts in your screen, so many animations, so many efforts. You are not going to do that. Okay, this is the first example of consistency. The next is consistency across two different applications. Previously what we have seen, consistency within an application, now consistency across two different applications. So the example is very simple yet again. This is the screenshot. What is this? This is your standard MS Word. Okay, this is what? This is your standard MS Excel, right? There is also a consistent UI. Now you will ask me how UI is consistent, color is different, but there are some things which is similar. That is, file tab is given here, shape and size is also same, file is given here also, home tab is there, insert is there, design is there, page layout there. All these things are similar. In fact, the font body is given, which is also similar to each other. Yes or not? So this is what the Microsoft is the biggest example of consistency across two different applications. Or you can also take the examples of PowerPoint screen. PowerPoint also have this home tab, insert, design, animations and all that. Again the font body is same. Are you getting me? So the MS applications or MS Microsoft applications are the biggest examples of consistency across two different applications. Okay, so this is what related to the fourth principle, that is strive for consistency. Here we have taken two examples, consistency within application, that is Subway Surfer, or consistency across different applications, that is the MS or the Microsoft Word examples. Okay, moving on now. This is the next principle. Remind users and refresh their memories. Okay, this principle is again similar to the third principle, reduce memory load. Okay, what is going to happen? See, it is a good strategy to employ interfaces that gives continuous reminders of important information and thereby refresh the user's memories. Yes or not? Okay, means being a developer, you should provide the continuous information to your user that do this, do what, or kind of, means for example, again very good example of remind users and refresh their memories. Let's take the example of Subway Surfer again. Whenever you have been installed Subway Surfer for the first time, and whenever you are riding on that railway track for the first time, they gives you certain directions, that move up, move down, that scroll down, scroll up, kind of. Yes or not? So these are what they are reminding you to do some specific task or to perform certain specific operations. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. For example, there are again biggest example is the Flipkart actually, and second example that we are going to see is the closure example. Okay, looking at the examples directly. See, I have given two screenshots here. For example, if you go on some online shopping sites and you have made a query, for example, to perform shopping of some particular things, and then you have put some items in your cart, okay, but you didn't check out. Okay, means what is, you have not proceeded for the payment, your payment is still remaining, but still there are some items are present in your cart. Okay, and somehow after that you have closed that window, you have shut down your computer. Now what will happen? Now if for some another day, if you start your browser and if you start browsing some things that for which you look for, or even on your standard register mails, Flipkart or any kind of, here I have given the screenshot of Myntra. Okay, what are they doing? They are continuously sending you the emails of the regular offers or the regular daily offers, that 6 hours offer or 30% discount, 50% discount, kind of for all those offers. They will let you know that there are these many offers are available, Diwali offer or some seasonal offers will be there. So they do let you know. Yes or not? Similarly, if you have some items in your cart, but if the checkout is remaining or the payment is remaining, then also they will remind you that there are 5 items present in your cart, proceed for checkout. Yes or not? This is the example from reminding users and refresh their memories. Means what? Whenever the online shopping site is sending me emails that there are some items present in your cart, it is like refreshing my memories. Yes, if somehow if I have forgotten that I have some items in my cart, then it is like a refreshing for me. Yes or not? My memory will get refreshed so that I can go on my account. I can put the order for whatever the items which were there in my cart. So I can do like that way. Okay, so this is what is the example for reminding users and refresh users' memories. There is one more example of this. See, whenever you are buying something, if you have bought something, then the look and feel is very important for one particular user to have the affirmation of closure. Means what? Certain task is terminated or certain task has been closed. That feeling is very important for one particular user. That means here I have given the example of sold out tags, or the items item which are not currently deliverable. So you have seen that on online shopping sites, if the items are not deliverable, or if they are out of stock, then they will get faded. Yes or not? So this is again a good look and feel for the user to remind and refresh their memories that yes, these items are out of stock, you can't order these items. Or for example, you can also put the examples of sold out tag. Sold out means again it is like a continuous reminder to the user that yes, this item is sold out, you can't buy this item now. Kind of, these are what is the examples of reminding users and refresh their memories. Okay, moving on to the next principle, that is prevent errors and the reversal of actions. So what this principle means? Prevent errors and reversal of actions. Prevent the errors. Let's talk on this first. What I want to say that being a user or being a human being, there are at least some % chance that user will make the mistakes while using the application. Yes or not? I can say that. Correct? In fact, being a technical person also, there is 1% chance that your your user will behave anonymously, or your user will there will be some chance for user to make the mistakes. This is what is an acceptable thing being an HCL developer. Okay, but yet again, if still we are accepting that there are some chances of errors, but still all those errors should not get into the biggest errors. Yes or not? That means even if your application is giving some errors or is giving some anonymous feedback to your user, still your application should not get terminated to your user. Okay, this is what is the important factor on which we are going to discuss now. Okay, what is the performance, what is the actual or expected performance of your application? It should be as it is even after the errors. Okay, or even after the user had made the errors. Okay, means the impact of that errors should be minimum as possible, or should be less as much as possible. Okay, on this thing you have to work on. Okay, so one way to achieve this thing is to prevent the errors. Means you are going to make UI too good in that way where there will not be any chance to make the mistakes for using your application. But yet again, this is not possible. This is a hypothetical statement. There is always 1% chance, because we all are human beings, we can make mistakes. Correct? So what is the option should get provided for that? Is the reversal of action. Means unfortunately, if user has made mistake, then instead of getting the impact of that mistake too huge, there should be some way to get reverse from your action. Okay, means to undo something. This is what is the greater example. to undo the effect of something. This should be present. First is what? Either you have to make your interface, either you have to make your application or your interaction so good in that way that user can't make mistakes. But again, by considering the possibility that we are human beings, we can't do that. There is hardly few percent chances for this case. But again, there is at least one error will be there, at least one negative feedback will be there. But yet again, that negative feedback should not get into the too drastic effect. Yes or not? So to avoid that, there should some way to reverse your action. Okay, to have the reversal of actions which you have performed. Getting this? So the examples of this are nothing but the inactive menu items. We are going to learn all this. Okay, now in that case you can say that interaction and interface should be designed to avoid confusion and mental overload leading towards the error-free operation. Yes or not? Means if your application is if application is completely error free, then obviously there will be a chance to succeed your application very as soon as possible. Yes or not? Mouth publicity is very important in case of productivity or successfulness. Yeah, correct. So for that case, we are learning on it, that prevent the errors. Either you have to make your interface so good that there should not be any chances to make the errors, but yet again, considering the possibility that user can make mistakes, there should be some way to reverse the effect of your action. Okay, now let's discuss upon the examples of it. This is the examples of inactive menu items, that is for prevention of errors. All these examples are for the prevention of errors. You can see here there is a dialog box on which certain operations are there: cut, copy, delete, select all. Okay, but if we can observe it very carefully, only paste option is enabled. Other three options are disabled options. Yes or not? Similarly, delete and select all options are also disabled options. Otherwise, all these operations are again enable options. For what purpose this kind of UI is there? Again, to prevent the mistakes. Yes or not? Means unless and until user is not going to paste whatever the user has copied, you can't cut, you can't copy, you can't delete it, you can't select it all, because paste operation has the highest priority, and hence all other options have been faded, all other options have been disabled to avoid the errors. That means to prevent the errors. Are you getting me? Similarly, here also, here the UML diagram is, somebody has drawn some UML diagrams there. Again, some operations have been disabled, that add class diagram, show implementation, show preferences, collapse, expand, all these have been disabled. Otherwise, refractor, analyze, zoom in, zoom out, actual size, any other, these are all actually enabled operations. So why to perform all this? Why to present your dialog boxes in this way? So as to prevent the errors. Okay, now let us check out the examples for reversal of action. See, two again very popular examples. As I stated earlier, you can perform the reversal of actions by using very popular way is the undo operation. Yes or not? What undo provides you? Control Z facility. Yes or not? Whatever you have been written, it will get means undo effect will be initialized. Yes or not? Similarly, the one more example of Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. Okay, if you have, for example, if you have opened certain tabs on your browser and suddenly if power goes off, and whenever you will boot your system again, whenever you will browse it again, all the information will get lost. So in that case, there is one way to achieve the task effect of that class is the reopening closed tabs. Means what? Reopening task or undoing some task is what? They will allow you to reverse the effect of your action. Yes or not? Reopening the closed tab is what? Reversing the thing. Undoing the things means what? It is also reversing the thing. Yes or not? So this is what related to the sixth principle of HCI, that is prevent errors or reversal of actions. Okay. Moving on to the last principle of HCI, that is the naturalness property. Okay. Naturalness. What this naturalness states now? Naturalness refers to a trait that is reflective of various operations in our everyday life. This word is very important in case of naturalness property. Okay, whatever the actions that we use to perform in our day-to-day life, these actions are very important in case of naturalness property. Now in this, I am saying that, or the principle itself says that your application or your system or your device should be capable to trigger some particular operations or some particular tasks by analyzing the user's natural actions. Means what? The actions in which user is very comfortable. User need not to provide some complex actions to trigger one particular task. Means the natural actions are what? Anything that we are going to do. Means for example, if I am talking, this is what is my natural actions. For example, side by side I am looking on my screen also. This is what is my natural action. I am hearing. This is what my natural action. For example, if I am giving claps, this is also a natural action. If I started moving, if I have started walking in my room, this is also my natural action. So your application should be very intelligent to use all these natural actions to trigger something. This is the last property of the human computer interaction. Now let's take the example, then you will get it clear. Here I have given one circuit. Okay, some connections are there and the bulb has glowed. Okay, this circuit is an example of clap based circuit or shadow based circuit. Okay, means what is the operation of this circuit? Whenever I am providing claps to that circuit, the bulb will turn on. Means what? Clapping is what my natural action, but my system or that circuit is accepting the user's response in case of claps, and based on claps or based on sound of claps, the bulb is glowing, bulb is turning on. As soon as I will start I will stop my clap, the bulb will turn off. Yes or not? This is the one way. Similarly, you can also trigger same system by using shadow also. Means for example, you have certain bulb in your hand, means same circuit, let us assume that same circuit is there and bulb is turning on, bulb is in the on mode, it is on, and if I am not touching that bulb, I am just putting my hand just above that bulb so as to cover that bulb with the shadow of my hand. Okay, means here what? Giving the shadow is the natural action again, correct? So what will happen? Means you can trigger this system in what way? Whenever my hand shadow will fall on this bulb, bulb will stop. Whenever again, if I want to turn on the bulb, if I am getting out my hand from that bulb, then bulb will start. Yes or not? It will get on. Similarly, again if I want to switch off the bulb, I will again put my hand above this, my shadow will get fall on that bulb, again the bulb will closed or off. Again if you want to turn on the bulb, I will remove my hand so that no shadow will be there, bulb will turn on, like that way. So here again giving claps or giving shadow on something is what is the examples of natural action, but you can also use the user's natural actions to trigger something. Okay, you can take some another examples also, like here I have given the example of lady which is walking in a dark room. Okay, for example, if you are walking in a dark room and you want to turn on the lights, tube lights from your room, so here the natural action is what? Walking inside the room. So you should make your system so intelligent that just by sensing the movement of something, the movement of someone, that bulb should get or the light should get on automatically. This is what is the IoT. You can consider the IoT here, Internet of Things. Very intelligent applications are marketing nowadays. All the intelligent applications or using artificial intelligence or the robotics, AI. Yes or not? This is again very practical example. Yes or not? Means you don't need to turn on the lights manually by switching on the button. But what will happen? Based on your movement, whenever that particular circuit which will be attached to the tube light, whenever that circuit will sense the human movement or any kind of movement inside that room, the bulb or the light will get on automatically. So here in this example, the movement was shadow can be one movement or clap can be one movement. Similarly in this example, human walking or the movement will be one natural action. So you should make your applications in that way so that they will able to analyze or they will be able to sense the human's natural actions so as to trigger the working of your applications, so as to perform the so this will leads to the more intelligent performance, more user satisfaction. Okay, so this is what related to the naturalness property. Okay, moving on. So we are at the end of this session. So again from session number 2 and session number 3 we have discussed on all these principles of HCI. There are total 7 principles. First is know the user. What do you have to understand? You just have to means whenever the question comes in your exam, in that case you just have to remember the examples which we have discussed right now. You have to explain those examples also. This is also possible, and provide one-liner definition what this principle stands for. Like know the user, example is universal usability. Their examples are Wikipedia and the shortcut keys Control-C, Control-V or menu driven options. Then understand the task. Here we have taken the example of Wi-Fi, expert user, novice user. Then reduce the memory load. There are examples of WhatsApp or your phone book. Yes or not? Frequently contacted people. Then we have seen in today's session strive for consistency, wherein we have taken the example of Subway Surfer or MS Word applications like MS Word, MS Excel, PowerPoint. Then we have discussed on next principle, that is reminding users and refresh their memories. Here we have taken the examples of many other things to how to remind users, how to refresh their memories, like online shopping site. We have taken the example how online shopping sites provide you the emails for continuous offers or for reminding you about the number of items in your cart and so on. Yes. Then we have also discussed on prevent errors, reversal of actions. Reversal of action example is very common operation, that is undo operation. Yes or not? Prevention of errors means disable. You can disable some buttons so as to minimize the effect of some actions. And the last property is the naturalness property. Here we have taken the 2 examples of natural actions, like claps can be natural actions or shadow can be natural action, or your regular movement or walking, it can be a natural action. There can be n numbers of natural actions that you can go for. Okay, so these are what related to principles of HCI, and here unit number 1 _ session 3 has ended here. Okay, so thank you so much. If you have any doubts regarding this session, if you have any queries, your feedback, your comments, you can post me on my standard email ID akanksha.kulkarni@matoshri.edu.in, or you can also visit my blog ajcool22.wixsite.com for your continuous feedback, for your queries, for your questions. There you can also get all the question papers from the previous exams or some assignments related to it, some case studies, some real life case studies related to HCI and many other things, or some standardized videos related to some topics. Okay, so again I'll say that if you still have any doubts, queries, you can contact me on given email IDs or my blog. Thank you so much.